Hello, people of the deep. I've come here today not for another boss raiding video, but for an educational video, right? So, I was on YouTube and I saw a video uploaded by a YouTuber called Crimson Kaido. He was talking about how to get good at ganking. And since I'm absolutely buns at PvP, I clicked on that video faster than a freshy ganker when he sees me. So of course, while I'm watching that video, I saw a shit ton of misinformation. So of course, I had to come here and fix some of those issues because they were insane. Now, just to start off, I'm not hating on Crimson Kaido, nor am I saying that everything he said is incorrect. Matter of fact, some of the things he said are good and could actually help you out. I'm just simply here to fix some bullshit that I found. So, yeah, let's just start because I'm low-key getting tired of my own voice.
Hey guys, it's Kaido here, and today I want to talk about how you can actually improve at Deepwoken and how you can get better at ganking in general. And I figured no better way to actually do that than to, hop in and, let me gank this guy. And to, hop in and actually gank while I yap about it. Now, first of all, I want to get something out of the way, and that's to make a build dedicated for the thing that you want to do. It doesn't make much sense to make a 1v1 build and then take it ganking, and then when you eventually die, or, you lose in a gank, because maybe you lack the sustain or the mobility, you get frustrated. It just doesn't make much sense to me.
Okay, so to start off, saying that you have to make a build dedicated to what you want to do, and in this case, ganking or boss raiding, that could be correct. But sometimes there's you're fighting, let's say you have a chime build or a 1v1 build and you want to go on boss raid. That build could boss raid. Like if you can, if let's say that build is not really that good with fortitude. It doesn't sustain much. But it has good agility and good damage. Then that is good for boss raids, as well as if it doesn't even have a good damage, but it sustains a lot. That's also good for boss raid. Same with PvP. Actually, this is a lot of people actually disagree with this, but I find this very very weird. But if you're a PvE, right, you're using flame charm or and iron sing. That's meta. You can go on boss raid with that. I even did that once to prove to people. I boss raided Depth Savior with his ally, and I 2v1 them and I won with a PvE. So yes, you can actually win with builds that are not dedicated. But sometimes there's builds that you can really use for ganking, and that I would agree on.
But once you have your build, you need to make sure that your build has three things down particularly. You want to make sure the build has good damage, good mobility, and good sustain.
So another point here is that you need to have three things down: damage, mobility, and sustain. Now I primarily disagree with this one, with this claim, because a build that exceeds in one doesn't need another. Like if you kill a person before they can M1 you, you don't even need health. You get what I mean? Like if you can press F, you don't need much sustain. So you don't need much fortitude. Plus, not every build needs good mobility. You could just get Blade Harper, or if you're good at flame charm or something like that, you could easily have zero agility. Matter of fact, I have a build, one of my best builds I've ever made, zero agility, but it has Blade Harper that covers it. Like you don't need uh good mobility. I got another build with what's called. I had five agility, right? I was still beating the hell up out of everyone, and I was still catching people because I had Flame Charm and I had Soul Breaker. So no, you really don't really need good mobility because if you continue the video, he says you need to be able to climb and catch up to people. You don't really catch up to people when you can just catch them, you know?
Once you've actually found a gank build that you mess with and you want to play, next is getting good on the gank build and getting good at the game in general.
Now I kind of agree with this, like getting good on on the gank build, sure. I mean, like not getting good for it, just getting the feel for it, the mantra placements, parry timings, feint timings, stuff like that. But he also said getting good at the game. What? You're making a gank build without being able to gank? If you can't gank, don't make a gank build. That's easy. Like what the hell?
And the best way to achieve, like, you know, mechanical confidence and being just good at the base mechanics is just chime. Play a lot of chime, and you'll very quickly get very confident at the core mechanics of the game.
Now, I don't really know what to consider a gank, but personally, what I consider a gank is either a 2v1 or a 2v2, 3v3, 3v2, something like that. But when you're doing a 1v1 in Chime, how is that similar to a 2v2 or 2v1? That's nowhere near similar. Like, if you want to get, like, better, like, parrying one person, I mean, like that's basically like void walking, but sure, I guess. Like, sure, do chime. Plus, like, if you're a chime, if you're you or like you're not good at PvP and you go to chime to like get better at ganking, what are you doing? Like, you're basically going to either eat like high elo demons. You're bad at ganking, so you're gonna be like hella ass at like 800 elo as well. You're gonna fall all the way down to 500 elo, and you're gonna fight bad people. And you're gonna fight people that are bad at PvP. You don't gain anything.
You have your once you have like confidence on your build, that's when you actually start to like win more of your fights, and then that's when you want to start developing like, you know, your gank sense.
Now, gaining confidence, yes, sure, but like on that build, hell no. What I usually say is that Deepwoken act like a homeless man with no home, no family, no money, nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. You should go and fight in depths with confidence. You shouldn't be scared of wiping, and that would actually make you way stronger. But he said it in a different way, which I actually disagree on. You should, what's called? You should go be confident in fighting and not confident in using the build. Like, what the hell does being confident in using the build even mean?
And solo ganking is probably the best way to quickly get good at ganking in general. Obviously, when you gank with friends, it's much like easier to win your ganks. When you're ganking alone, everything you do has to be pretty much on point. Like, you miss a few parries, one slip up, and you're dead.
Now, in this one, I boss raid a lot, so I solo gank a lot. So he said one slip up and I'm done for. Hell no, bro. The shaky block exists, right? When that happens to me, you know what I do? I take a break. Mama, I just stop and then I press F to parry. I stop, wait a bit. It's if I take one hit and then I parry the next. Bro, it don't matter. Sometimes you gotta take a hit to be able to get a hit of your own. So no, no.
On top of that, I also want to touch on build mastery. Now, build mastery is achieved by obviously mastering a build.
So do I even have to say anything here?
And if you look at like the top players in the game, or like the top gankers, the best gankers in the game, or even the best chime players, they all play on the same build for months on end, and they get really fucking good on those builds. And it's the same thing for ganking too. Like the top gankers as well, they all have the same build that they keep playing on like for months on end, and they achieve something called build mastery.
So y'all know I'm like the top one ganker, type shit. I'm like the top one boss raider, No, I'm joking, but like actually I like boss raid a lot, and so I don't actually stick with one build for months. I actually change a couple of days, like every new build. I like change builds every couple of days, sometimes in the same exact day if I don't like the build. So no, actually, you don't have to master the build. You just have to master the weapons and mantras and feints, and that's it.
want to quickly touch on boss raiding as well.
Alright, finally, bro. Boss raiding, my thing. Alright, let's see what he says now.
To be able to effectively boss raid, you need to be, like, not only competent at the game, but you need to be better than everyone else that you're fighting to a sufficient degree. Like, it's very, very difficult to boss raid a group of people that are, like, also competent at the game, if that makes sense. Like, it's so much harder to boss raid 3 people that are, like, you know, top 1000 semi-decent at the game than it is to, like, boss raid against, like, you know, like, 5, 6 people that just aren't the best at the game.
Alright, so, from experience I'm talking, right? A chime player, right? A chime player, focus on chime player that is top 1k. 3 of them cannot beat 6 randoms. Like, I'm a random myself and I can beat up like chime players. Like, in the clip you're watching right now, after I kill this top 250, people are gonna spin back for him. There's gonna be him, a top 250, a top 1k, and 2 more. And of course, I die, but I made them both the 1k and the top 250 run. So, like, no. Matter of fact, the other people were even better.
I don't win a lot of my boss raids. I lose more than I win. Since it really does just come down to, like, finding the right people to gank.
Come on, Crimson Kaido, bro. What are we doing? Finding the right people to gank? So we're ganking freshies now. I see. So now we're ganking freshies. We're ganking people who are new to the game. We're ganking bad people just so you could win a single boss raid. Not personally, I would never do that. Like, what the hell? Nah. I guess the Crimson Kaido freshie ganking allegations were real, bro. But like, no jokes, like, actually, I did actually rush this video, so it's not gonna be the best video. But I haven't uploaded in a while, so I decided to upload. But like, I'm making a Discord server right now. It's basically done, but I just need some pictures. If you guys want to join it, I'll put it in the description. Please check it out. Please join up. I need some people in there. Make sure to subscribe. I never say this, but I really need y'all right now. So, yo, thank you all.